Now this is going to be a repair video on a Kencove KF13000. It's a 13 output dual unit, remote control compatible. Kencove doesn't actually make this unit themselves. They have another company make it and they slap their name on it with a different colored case. But inside it's a all power wizard on the inside, made by Agritronics. But there's our information right there, fencerfixer.com and cattlescalerepair.com. We work on all brands and ages of electric fence boxes and livestock scales and all that fun stuff. So if you got a fence box that needs worked on of any kind, no matter how old or new it is, look me up and I'll be happy to help you out on getting it fixed. Alright, so we're going to take this thing apart. We'll plug it in real quick, see what it does. Well, it's flashing, but it's not clicking. So, what's wrong with it? I'll take the screws out of it. I started to take this apart, but I didn't get very far. I think a phone call came through, so I had to take the phone call. Just messed the video up, so I didn't get very far. I got 2 screws out before I had to hang up or stop the video. Alright. Well, there's the inside of it. So, I wonder what's going on. Well, the fuses are fine because it comes on and lights up. The fuses are good. Let's check this capacitor first. I don't remember what size it is, but that's the first thing we want to check. I'm just loosening this nut up myself just so I can roll this around so I can see what size capacitor it is. It is an 80 microfarad capacitor. So we'll check that first. These blue ones are pretty good. They don't go bad that often, so we'll see if it's bad or not. So check your capacitor. If you got a multimeter, look for that yellow symbol right there for capacitance, symbol for a capacitor. Not the white symbol, not ohm, not continuity, not voltage, none of this other stuff. Look for that yellow symbol. It may be white, I don't know what it is on yours. But that's symbol for capacitor. If yours doesn't have that, you really can't test these pulse rate capacitors correctly. There's no polarity to it. 79.80. So capacitor's good. Alright, so problems in the board. We can swap the board out. That's not a big deal, but could be in this, but I would guess to be in this somewhere. So what it's doing, and when I put my meter across there, that capacitor had a little spark to it, so it's not discharging. And all the discharge stuff comes from this section of the board up here, all these resistors and diodes and stuff like that. So maybe one of them diodes went bad. So we'll check those out first and see if those are bad. Now, if you aren't comfortable doing this kind of stuff, don't fiddle with it too much. Just cut your losses, put it back together, send it here to me, let me do it because I know what I'm doing. You know, I've had too many units come in here that someone tried to fix it themselves or fool with it, and then they end up messing something up or forgot what they were doing because they started on it, walked away, a week later they come back and they don't know where they're at on it. And so they said they get all frustrated, so they send it here, and I got to fix what they started and then fix what was actually wrong. Or they make it worse than what it was to start with, so that happens all the time. So that diode's fine. That one's good. That one's good. Alright, let's look at these resistors. Not sure what size those are. It's hard to tell. So let's ohm them out and see what they read. 1 ohm. 0.4. That's a little low. 0.4, but that's not terrible. Let's check the primary side of the transformer. Let's unplug. I'm going to grab this board with a pair of pliers. I don't want to... There could be a charge built up in this board somewhere. I don't want to get shocked by accident by one of the capacitors or something. Come on. Get off there. So now I'm going to ohm out the transformer primary side. This test works fine on most brands of electric fence boxes. On the primary sides of a transformer, the input side is ohmed out. It should be 0 to 1 ohm. And I'm getting nothing. If you look at it, meter reads open. So transformer is part of our issue. So kind of wonder about it because it's charging but not clicking and discharging. So it's trying to put the energy through itself, but it can't. So I thought maybe it was all the discharge protect stuff's up here on this board, and that's all testing good. But this transformer primary side's testing bad. So we probably got a transformer issue. I mean, it could be more wrong, but that's where we're going to start. So I'm going to unplug this transformer wires. Looks good, but tests bad. So let me look over here, see if I got another one. This is a little dirty. Should work. So put this transformer back onto it. We do stock parts for these things, so if you need to work on one, you want to get some parts for it, happy to help you out as long as you know what you're doing. I'm going to turn it back on, see what happens. This won't matter. Well, let's go and plug these on. This doesn't really matter, but plug them on just because. Ooh. It's working, but it's arcing down inside here. A little spark gap right here between the fence and ground, little tabs. That's for lightning protection, like a diverter, basically. So what we'll do is spread it apart. We'll clean it. Use a Dremel with a wire wheel on it. And then we'll press it back together. Try it again. Maybe we'll adjust that gap a little bit. Maybe we'll spread it apart a little bit more. Okay, I think we're good to go, but let's